In the early 1960s, a minister named Caleb McAfee came to Goldsboro with a burning desire to share the hope of Jesus Christ with people in our community. Many people came to the home meetings and accepted Christ. The Bible study continued to grow, and in August of 1962, the group officially became a church, First Assembly of God. In 1969, the congregation had the opportunity to purchase 3 acres of land on Summit Road, but there was a problem. The elevation of the property was too low to build on. Around that same time, construction was underway on the Highway 70 bypass, and the DOT needed somewhere to put excess dirt from the massive construction project. They requested permission to deposit the dirt on the Summit Road property. By a miracle, the grade of the land was raised and it didn't cost the church a dime. In 1969, the church moved forward on construction of a church building. This first building held 180 people and was named Butler Chapel in honor of the pastor who led them through the building project, Pastor Curtis Butler. The church continued to experience revival, with many coming to Christ. People from several different denominations came and experienced the baptism in the Holy Spirit. In the 1970s, Pastor Butler and his wife left Goldsboro to serve as missionaries in the Philippines. 3 pastors who followed the Butlers were George Shaleen, Walter Wheeler, and Eldon Sharp. In 1981, Ralph Painter became the 6th pastor to lead our congregation. In the 1980s, the church experienced tremendous growth. By 1991, they had moved into a 1,600-seat auditorium. At the time, it was the largest auditorium in North Carolina east of Raleigh. Through the years, our church has been a beacon of racial reconciliation in our community. We were one of the first congregations in the area to welcome people of all races. At one point, several years ago, the KKK actually shot out the front windows of the church, not once, but twice. Despite opposition from some, we have continued to be a thriving multicultural church. We celebrate our differences and believe that all people are made in the image of God. Churches that have existed as long as ours tend to experience life cycles over time. The church had experienced a season of decline, and following Pastor Painter's retirement in 2010, church attendance had dwindled down to roughly 60 people, but God wasn't finished with us. The summer of 2012 marked the beginning of a new season for our congregation when Pastor Josh Clark became the 7th pastor since our church's founding. Under his leadership, the ministry has continued to grow. In 2016, we officially became Generation Church. This new name was part of a renewed focus on ministry to children and youth. Generation Church is a place where people of all ages can experience God. Our purpose is to grow the family of God from one generation to the next.